Hello, everyone. Welcome back to another edition of Wordle with Art. As always, we're going to get slate punched in, and it gets us nothing. So, oh man, certainly going to be a little bit different, I think, from yesterday's solve. And I definitely can assure you the language will be toned down because I doubt that I'm going to get this in two. Also, guys, stick around because, as promised, we have 2 days worth of results to share. And I think you're going to be pretty excited to see the standings. Some pretty major shifts over the 2 days. But on the other hand, some people have stayed exactly where they are. And you're about to find out. But please settle in and enjoy me trying to solve today's Wordle. And remember, I'm in the midst of this with you guys as well. Now, you probably remember that when you start with slate and you get absolutely nothing, you have to go with corny. I have practiced this on the Infinite Wordle, and this is probably one of my least favorite ones because it can go in all sorts of different directions. So, needless to say, I'm pretty nervous. Furthermore, I don't even think corny is in the solution list, so it's impossible to even get it in two. So I'm dealing with, 3, 4, 5, hopefully no worse than that. So corny actually is pretty good. Corny was actually pretty good. You got a core out of corny. Core out of corny. So again, it pays to memorize these different colored tile configurations because they are very helpful. Now we have to just think of a word that has core in it. I was thinking of Rocky, but that, of course, doesn't make sense for two reasons. We lost the Y, and the O is not second. So what could we do here? It's not going to be acorn. We lost the A. Oh, boy. Interesting. I wonder if it could be a cur. Occur. That would be a good one. I don't know if we've had that yet, though. It doesn't look too familiar. It doesn't look too familiar. I think it's a very good guess. I haven't overridden anything. We introduced another vowel. There's no reason why there couldn't be two C's. And we put the R last. I think it's a very strong word. You can't think of anything more vanilla than occur, right? So I'm very much liking that. I'm really, really liking that a lot. And it's not going to be like porch or anything like that. So I think it does need another vowel. It can't be the A either or the Y. So the only other thing I could think of is if we wanted to do an I. If we wanted to do something with the I. Other thing to think about is, the last O word we had was opera not too long ago. So that's another thing that you have to think in your mind is like how she's going to vary the starting letters for the words that she selects. That's another thing that we have to think about. I don't think that's too important because we've had like 3 S's over the past 15 days. Speaking of which, guys, can you believe it? We are halfway into our tournament. Yeah, we're halfway in. So thanks so much for all of you who have stayed with me since day one of January. I've also noticed that there's quite a few other people who have submitted just like recent one-time entries. Names that come to mind would be my good friend Alex. I think I saw a Trey in the mix and a couple other folks. Guys, if you would like to join the tournament, it's not too late. It really isn't. Basically, I just need to have all your results. You don't even have to put all the words that you use to get to your answer. You could just say January 1, 4, January 2, 5, January 3, 2, and so on. Just give me, honest, truthful results all the way up to today. And guess what? I'll put them in and you're in. Okay? And it would be really cool to get to an even 50. So please do not feel like you're too late to join the party. You're not. So anyways, yeah, occur. It looks really good. I'm thinking about yeah, so I see another thing. Oh, I see something else here. Like micro. I see like micro. Now that to me might even be stronger because it's slightly more unusual in the sense that it's still not like, I think it's still sort of in the realm of vanilliness, but it just sort of looks a little bit more like her kind of word. I'm going to kill myself if it ends up being a cur, of course. I really am. But micro seems just as good. It seems just as good. Micro does seem just as good. All right, let's go. Yeah, let me just double check. Yep, I'm not overriding. Let's give it a shot. Oh, so you know what? Oh, and it's not a cur because the C is not there. Oh my goodness. Oh, this is going to be a bad one today. I mean, it's funny, guys. I got a 2 yesterday, and I swore as a result, and it still didn't do me any good. You're going to see very shortly, and hopefully very shortly in the standings. 2s are just not good enough, and I'll never get a 1 because slate was used. So I almost feel like this is just going to be, us take some Sisyphean effort to try to catch up with you guys. All right, so what is this word? Oh my goodness. I mean, I think we got this narrowed down though. We really do because there's only so many positions left. Now, we haven't had an R word for a while. I should have considered that. Funny thing is, where are our vowels? Oh, a U. Boy, oh boy, oh boy. So it's gonna be a U. Gosh, rough. No, not rough. Come on, we need a C. And again, it can't be a cur. It wasn't micro. So what the heck is this word? Oh man, I have to get it in 4. Otherwise, I can definitely say goodbye to staying in the top 10. And by the way, I think it's an incredible feat for those who are in the top 10 colored ribbons that I've assigned. That in itself is just amazing, and you'll see why shortly. Again, I hope shortly. Stick with me, guys. Please don't disappear, okay? This is going to be fun. You know it's fun to see me struggle and to really, fight this Wordle. And this is a fight. Oh, man, what's going on here? What is this word? So let's just start to think a little bit logically here. Now, that C, okay, we've got to have a U and an O here. We've got to have a U and an O. I'm pretty sure about that. Unless it's something with the OCH. What could that be? Pooch? No, it's not pooch. Oh, goodness. I mean, this doesn't make any sense. Unless we can put an R in front. No, that doesn't look right. I don't think that would be right. Okay, so maybe a K. So now, what do we? Okay, so we have a few here now. Frock, a frock. I think frock, right? Isn't that a garment? Isn't a frock a garment? Worn like by a priest, a frock. I mean, gosh, this is really scary. But a frock, I think that's a correct word. Let's give it a shot. I mean, I'm just double checking. Yeah, everything looks okay. Oh, definitely a sigh of relief. Again, that is not good at all when I'm trying to play at your guys' standards. It's pretty it's tantamount to a disaster. Okay. because you guys just get 2s and 3s nonstop. So it's impossible to keep up with you guys. Having said that, I'm definitely relieved. And I don't think that was, too torturous of a solve for you guys to stick with me. And you have to admit, I mean, I think I played it, as close to perfect as possible. You have to start with slate. Corny is the next best thing. And I don't think micro is a bad guess. I really don't. And I'm pretty sure we haven't had it. I'm pretty sure micro and macro are left in the database. And thankfully, I was able to come up with frock. Ooh, that's a tough one. I know, again, it doesn't matter. You guys are just too darn strong. It's incredible. It's incredible. All right, let's go ahead and take a peek at Squirtle. Before I open it, let's just say what it could do. I mean, slate corny is a given. I think it might like micro, actually. I think it would like micro and then frock. I'm almost tempted to say that this is the exact path it could go. It's either that or it could do the occur, but I don't see there being like lots of double C words. So I think it would like this stronger. Yeah, I'm pretty confident maybe it's going to go slate, corny, micro, frock. Okay? Oh, I'd be very happy if we can get the exact prediction there. So let's go ahead and check out Scoredle and see if I at least predicted that correctly. So the answer was frock. And we went slate, corny. Oh, it's going to get it in 3. You can tell, right, guys? It wants the next best guess to be frock. Darn it. And micro and then frock. Yeah. Okay, good. I just wanted to make sure that I wasn't stupid and overlooked make sure that micro was in the list. I would have been really upset if that wasn't a valid word, but I'm being very cautious and making sure that I'm putting in letters correctly, not overriding anything or like that. So yeah. Oh well, not a big deal. There it is, guys. So it did it in 3. Oh man, so Squirtle's going to I think Squirtle is going to make a little bit of an increase in its standings. All right. So now, guys, we come to the most exciting part. I know you guys can't wait. We've got 2 days of results to update you with. So let's go ahead and get to our January leaderboard. Let's remove this. Let's open it up. And we've got just a tremendous amount of data to share. Look at this spreadsheet. It's almost overwhelming. Do let me know in the comments if you find this spreadsheet legible and it's okay to look at during our during the video. If there's any changes you'd like me to make, I'd be happy to do them. But, I'm really trying to make a concerted effort to keep it, clean, simple to read, not overbearing with too many, statistics and things like that. Let me move myself over here and smaller like that. Hopefully that looks good. All right, guys. So here we go. Here we go. Lots of data to share with you guys. So first off, once again, Noor continues to dominate us. All right, it's just like I say. I think I said 3 or 4 days ago she's hit escape velocity. I think it's pretty much confirmed. In fact, her gap between the Wordle bot, holy smokes, I didn't even notice this. Her gap between the Wordle bot has increased. I remember it being a 2-point lead. Now it's 4 points above the New York Times Wordle bot. Which is absolutely insane, okay? Her average over the first 15 days is 2.87 versus the 3.13 for the Wordle bot. So that is just unbelievable. It's like, oh, thank God, there's still hope for mankind. The AI has not fully taken over. So it does feel good to see a flesh and blood human outtake the New York Times Wordle bot. Mata Muertes, congratulations, my friend. You are in a clear second place. Therefore, you get the red ribbon with a 3.07 average, which, again, I can't overstate, is just absolutely incredibly strong, okay? Incredibly strong. The New York Times Wordle bot is at 3.13, which is, pretty close to impossible to catch up with. And then we have a nice group of the rest, well, not the rest, but we have a nice patch of humans here, which is very reassuring, who have a 3.2 average, as you can see. And that includes Tornado the Twixter, Dr. Dan 3, D-Bone Capone, and our good friend Martin Steed. And congratulations, Martin, on a delightful 2. Okay? And by the way, see, that's the thing. You know, I leapt for joy and even had the profanity yesterday for getting Spire in 2. But look how many people got Spire in 2. It's just like it doesn't even mean anything. Norishi got a 2. Mata Muertes got a 2. Tornado got a 2. And Martin got a 2. Okay? So, yeah, you know, it just, you just have to pray that you can just kind of get 2s and 3s from this point forward to have any chance to keep up with these guys, I think, in the top 4. All right, moving down, we have Mr. Koala himself, Gil Earl, okay? And look at the great fortune that Gil has had. 5 3s in a row, including a 3 on Koala. So congratulations, Gil. I'm sad to say that you are in no man's land, but you're still doing amazing. The total score of 50 with a 3.33 average. So congratulations. We have another small group coming up next. It includes Mighty Caucasian and yours truly, Rise to the Equation, with even scores of 51 and a 3.4 average, which I'm actually extremely happy about. I remember before I started to go into tournament mode, actually before I even started my Wordle with Art back in August last year, when I did Wordle on my own, I'd be happy if I could go for a month and have like a 3.8 or 3.9 average. And now I'm at 3.4. So to drop it by half a point, I'm very proud of myself. And that's thanks to just, you know, taking the time to just carefully memorize all those patterns from Scoredle. Mighty, I do need a result from you, I believe, for Koala. So if you could give that to me, that would be fantastic. You're not in any jeopardy. You know, it takes 3 to get wiped out. But let's not, you know, let's not make that trend continue, because you're one of our strongest players. And if you did better than that, that could improve your standings. All right, and now we have a pretty big group of 52s, which are still amazing, with a 3.47 average. We have Edward Collins, Mr. Smartybot himself, Melvin Teenage, 327, Damiano, 54. And look at this, 3 2s in a row coming from Bobo 0616, Squirtle, John Matthews, and Michelle Lamb. Michelle, good job with your 3 there. And I just caught that. You sent that just a few hours ago, and I actually went back and updated the spreadsheet just for you, because I do like it to be up to date. So great job, guys. Those are amazing scores. Moving down, we have a small group of 53s. That includes Dora A. and Robdol. Congratulations, Robdol, on getting 2 3s in a row. And you're doing great. I know you're probably a little upset that Squirtle's 1 layer ahead of you, but I'm very confident in your spreadsheet and the way you do your Wordle analysis. I'm sure that by the end of the month, you guys will at least be tied, and I know you'd be thrilled if you could overtake Squirtle. So we're rooting for you, my friend. And guys, always be sure to check out Robdol. He opens his videos usually like around 10 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. All right, and then we have our 9th place contestants with still an amazing result of 3.6. I mean, that's just also unbelievable. We have George Clark with his beautiful cat, Anya. We have Matt, Wendy Jarvis, and Salad Van Baco. So good job, guys. Keep up the great work. And finally, in 10th place, and it's really not finally, it's just the final level of places that I've decided to assign because we don't want to go overkill. 10th place, we have Paul Allen and Dan and Seb with total of 55, with still just an incredible average of 3.67. Paul, I do need a result from you. You have a 4 hanging from Spire. Okay, I didn't get that result. All right, and so now we just go to the rest of the pack. And I do want to always give you guys a shout out, because even still, there's some great results here. And everybody here up until this point right here, where I have a 4.0, is still doing better than a 4.0 average, which is just insane. So we've got the group of 56, which includes Joe, Alan Sassani, Canimus, and Misthetic. And congratulations especially to Canimus for getting Spire in 2. I know that feels really good. Poor Jessica Clare is in no man's land, but nothing to worry about, Jessica. I'm sure that you'll find some company, and hopefully you'll find it a few layers up, because you're a very strong player. But yeah, unfortunately, Spire definitely hurt you a little bit. Next, we have our dear friend Georges Thibaudot, and Burnt. And by the way, I know I'm always give Rob a little shout out. Make sure you check his channel. Please do the same with Burnt. Burnt has an amazing channel, and he also does the Daily Wordle, and he does it super fast, probably about 10 times faster than me. And as you can see, he's doing pretty good. He's got 2 threes, and he's really not in tournament mode. Burnt's modus operandum is basically to go to a cute little website where he goes to all these kind of like special celebration days, and from those list of days and the events going on, he picks some interesting words to start his Wordle, usually 1 or 2 starters, and so obviously that gives him a little bit of a handicap. All right, and then we have our group of 59s, which includes Lakia Trippert, Connor Clark, Cynthia May, and Odie Dog. Congratulations, Cynthia, on your 2. That has definitely propelled you ahead of the 4.0 pack, so great job. Next up, we have, can you believe it, how far I have to go, guys, until finally we get to still an incredibly respectable score of 4.0, okay? Johnsky, Ascension, and Braden Slays 43 have a dead even score of 4.0. That's nothing to be ashamed of. It's very, very good. Especially if you guys, are in hard mode or, don't necessarily start with optimal words. That's really, really a great job. Just slightly above 4.0, we have our 61 pack. That includes PJ Stitcher, Aldfouter, and Kyle B18. Moving to 62, we've got First Name and Minecrafts. Minecrafts, congratulations, getting your Spire in 2. Then we've got the 65s, Lap Nodon, and Robert House. We have 66 with Jacob O'Mahony. Jacob, you are starting to accrue a lot of 4s here. Please do me a super big favor. You're a good guy, but go back and just double check if you haven't, if you have forgotten to send me some of these. I don't really want to see many more. Otherwise, I'm going to throw you into this, to the disqualified section. Okay, so please, all I need is like Koala. I think that would be Koala, Leapt, and I would also want, just moving up here, Sedan, okay? So just get me the results for Koala, Leapt, and Sedan, and you're in good standing, all right? And then we have Shazan Amir, and last but not least, Alistair Gorman. It's funny, if this was like the Tour de France, he would be what you would call the Lanterne Rouge, because the last rider in the Tour de France is called the Red Lantern. But Alistair is a great guy and has a tremendous amount of sense of humor, always double checking to make sure that he's in last place. But you know what, guys? We are only halfway through, so I want you to think of this as like a new leaf and a new opportunity to just start to kill Wordle and get some amazing results. And like I say, if you feel that you're a little bit behind, make a goal and just say, you know what, I'm just going to try to get to this 4.0 level. That would be a great goal, okay, if you are a little bit behind there. As far as everybody at the top, I have no idea. My goal will probably be to just stay in contention in the top 10. I'd be thrilled if I could do that just based on the amazing players that I'm playing against. And as far as you guys here, maybe in the yellow group, I don't know. I would just say, hey, be happy where you're at, because these 3, Nor, Matamortes, and New York Times Wordlebot, again, I'm pretty confident to say that they have hit escape velocity, and they're just in another solar system. So there you have it, guys. I hope you enjoyed today's edition of Wordle with Art. I'll probably this week stick to daily reviews of the results. And it's hard to believe, just 2 more weeks, and we will have a champion that we can crown. So that'll be very exciting. And I'll do a special, probably just like a special celebration video in honor of some of the top places. I'll put a lot of work into it and make sure that you guys get a tremendous amount of recognition. So there you have it, guys. I hope you enjoyed today's edition of Wordle with Art. And of course, yes, I will look forward to seeing you tomorrow with yet another edition of Wordle with Art.